Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 5 such specimens to examine. 5 trading card autograph request return specimens to examine. And we will be examining these specimens in minute detail. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. That is right, electronic video guests, whether you be human or a non-human intelligence. Welcome to the TTM Friday morning, Friday afternoon show. Hopefully this is your last day of work. Your last day of servitude to the elite of the capitalist system, and that will you will be given a 48-hour furlough this weekend to try to do what people call live their life. Laboring for others, if you think that's living your life, well, you're probably what we would call a sheeple. But otherwise, for most people, they probably would rather not work. Hopefully, you get some time off. You don't have to work part-time jobs this weekend. You can rest, rest up and find some small fragment of meaning before you return to work. Let's see, yesterday we had the World Cup begin, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We had the first game between Mexico and South Africa. You know, in our last video, we were giving away some 2026 Bowman baseball cards. The winner just had to identify who would score the first goal of the 2026 World Cup. Let's do a replay and see who scored the first goal of the World Cup. Well, we were going to show the first goal of the World Cup. In fact, we did show the goal. We did our whole video, recorded it, uploaded it. 2 or 3 people watched it, and then FIFA or Fox or YouTube or somebody said, that's a copyright violation. You can't show that goal. And so the whole video got blocked. I had to re-edit it, which I'm in the process of doing now. Just to let everybody know, the first goal was scored by Mexico's Julian Quinones. Nobody got that answer right. We were going to show it right here, but the people that run the media world said no, you are not allowed to show that. Now I gotta go through the hassle of re-editing and once again uploading the whole video. In of the 2 or 3 people who did manage to watch that first version of this video, a question was put into the comments about who is this lovely young lady with the very nice signature there in the background? And I will answer here, and I'll put in the comments, hopefully hopefully come back and see it. That is Jennifer Love Hewitt. Alright, we're going to put this in the video and then get back to everything else that we already recorded. Alright, so the first goal scorer was from Mexico, a gentleman by the name of Julian Quinones. And unfortunately, none of our soccer experts who entered the contest were able to correctly identify Julian Quinones as the first goal scorer. Nobody wins. Alright, well, we'll have another contest soon Give everybody another chance in another video. Got another box of Bowman to open, some Topps football, so we'll be getting around to that very shortly, God willing. Uh, for now, let's get started. Well, you know what? Excuse me. Excuse me for yawning. You know what? Let's open up, since we're celebrating the World Cup. Let's open up a pack of these Panini stickers. Got this pack right here. I started working it open beforehand. Got the corner just about ready to go on the bottom here, because if you remember from the last video, it took me about 15 minutes to get this slice ready to go. In honor of the World Cup, let's open one more pack of our 2026 FIFA World Cup stickers. You know that they are intended to go inside of Panini's 2026 sticker book, which also serves as a helpful guide. What do we got today? Let's look at today's schedules. Today is Friday, June 12th. Looks like in Los Angeles, the USA is playing PAR. I guess that's Paraguay. Any other games today? In Toronto, Canada is playing BIH. What in the world is BIH? I don't know. I don't know. So we got Canada and the US today. What time is that USA game? What does that say? 2100. So I guess in time that makes sense to us, it's 9 o'clock. 2100. At 21 o'clock in Los Angeles, the USA plays Paraguay. You know the U.S. soccer is terrible. If I was betting money, I'd bet on Paraguay. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if we got some good stickers. Maybe we got some heroes. Didn't get anybody that I recognized from the last pack of stickers. FIFA World Cup stickers. Let's see. Sticker number 1 is a fellow named Arden Jashari from Switzerland. Plays for AC Milan in Italy. All right, look at that hairstyle. Okay. And you can see there's not much on the back. All right, never heard of him. Who's this guy? Jordan of Avu from Leicester City in England. He plays for, what country is that? I think it said it's supposed to be GHA. I guess that's, or you look on his logo, Ghana. So he plays for Ghana. Jordan Avu. Try to get that in focus. So small, there it is. Jordan Avu of Ghana, Leicester City. Chrome Dome. All right, what do we got? What do we got next? Austin Uranov. Oh, this guy's Persepolis. Is that in Iran? What country is this guy from? I don't even know what that is. UZB. You can't even read these letters over it. I had no idea that was UZB. So I'm guessing UZB is Uzbekistan. He plays professionally for Persepolis in Iran. That's interesting, isn't it? Austin Uranov. Crazy. Crazy. I had no idea they had a league in Iran. Alright, what's next? DNev for Al Bata Club in the UAE. What letters are that? What letters is this guy's country? CPV. I'll have to look that up because I have no idea what CPV is. Let's get our Panini guide and see if that can help us. CPV. What would CPV be? Are these things in alphabetical order? CPV. What country is that? Let's look at the group listing. CPV. I don't even see a CPV. Is there a CPV? Oh yeah, there it is. Look at this. CPV. Cabo Verde. I didn't even know there was a country named Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde? Alright. So there you go, Cabo Verde. How about that? You learn something new every day. Speaking of which, I will digress even further from our TTMs. The other game last night was South Korea versus, I guess, Czechia. Is that how you say it? Or Czechia? Tell you how little I've been paying attention to the world for the last 30 years. I didn't realize there's no longer a Czechoslovakia, that it had broken up into two countries called, I guess, Czechia or Chechia and Slovakia. I'm just now catching up with the news from 30 years ago that there is no Czechoslovakia. All right, let's keep going. What's our next sticker? Richie Larvia. He plays for Canada. This is a very easy one, as you can see. Right there on his chest, Canada. Nothing hard to figure out there. Richie Larvia. Some of these names. All right. Jose. Oh, we saw this guy. Did we see him play for Mexico? Jose Maria Jimenez. We saw somebody. Well, he's on Spain now. I guess that's a pretty common name. Oh no, he's on URU, Uruguay. That's probably a very common name. No, because I'm pretty sure there was a guy in Mexico named. Well, there was a guy in Mexico named for sure Jimenez or Jimenez. Whether he's Jose or not, I don't know. But very common name. He plays for Uruguay. Look at that tattoo on his neck. If anybody knows what that says, let me. What does that say? Got a tattoo on his neck. I'd like to know what that is. Interesting tattoo. Almost like he gave himself a necklace, but it's some kind of a word. Strange. All right. Last one, and we can get to some TTMs finally. Over 10 minutes into the video, I haven't really done anything. Kusini Vengi. He plays for Aberdeen in Scotland, and he is on the, what is that, Australia team. How about that? Kusini Vengi. Well, look at that. Look at their nice logo. We got a kangaroo, and is that a pelican or a flamenco? Somebody explain that. Australia, is that like a fight about to occur between a kangaroo and a flamenco or pelican, or what is that bird? Nice logo for Australia. All right. Well, another batch of stickers of nobody I have heard of. Okay. Let's get on to our TTMs on this Friday. Number one coming to us all the way from Santa Clarita, California. Way out in California, coming all the way across the country to me. Oh, you see that red back? That means we got us a custom art card. Almost assuredly, it will be a celebrity non-athlete. Probably an actor or actress. That's 99% of my custom art cards. Actor or actress. Let us see. We'll flip it over. Is the suspense killing you? Let's see. Whoa, we got us a true Hollywood legend inscribed by the great actor Nicolas Cage, seen here in his probably that might be his greatest performance, certainly one of his best movies, Leaving Las Vegas. Look at that signature. Very nice. I'll take it. Nicolas Cage, 62 years old, born Nicholas Kim Coppola. The enigmatic actor adopted the surname Cage early in his career to carve out his own identity, separate from his famous filmmaking family. He quickly gained recognition for his eccentric, intensely committed acting style in acclaimed 1980s films such as Raising Arizona, that was a crazy movie, and Moonstruck. He was great in Moonstruck, but his craziest performance was probably in Peggy Sue Got Married, if you remember that one. Cage reached critical pinnacle here in 1995, earning an Academy Award for his harrowing portrayal of a self-destructive alcoholic in Leaving Las Vegas. There's his co-star there. On the card here you see his co-star Elizabeth Shue. That was a great movie. He subsequently reinvented himself as a premier global action star, headlining massive blockbusters like The Rock, Con Air, and Face Off. Following a prolific period characterized by debt-driven direct-to-video releases, he achieved a triumphant critical renaissance. His highly praised performances in recent indie favorites like Pig, very good movie, and Longlegs, so-so, have firmly cemented his enduring legacy as a singular, versatile Hollywood icon. He's now starring in the Amazon Prime series Spider Noir. I watched the first episode of that and was not overwhelmed, let me put it that way. But how about that? A great way to start a true Hollywood legend, Nicolas Cage. How about that? Thank you, sir. You can't get a better start than that, can you? I mean, could you? Right. All right, this next one here, look where this is coming to us from. New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the world famous po' boy sandwich. How about that? If there's one thing everybody knows about New Orleans, it's the po' boy. They eat, I think per capita, I saw a study on just released, a government study issued by our new, what do you call RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's the head of the, I don't know what the head of the health department, whatever that is. He released a study saying that the citizens of New Orleans eat per capita 31.6 po' boys per year. So that's about a little more than one every 2 weeks. They really love their they really love their po' boys, and a very worthy study commissioned by RFK Jr. and he determined that if the citizens of New Orleans increase their intake to just 40 po' boys per year, autism will be completely eliminated in the Big Easy. So fantastic news. Keep eating those po' boys. Everybody will be healthier and their brains will be fog free. Okay. Let's see what we got in here. Looks like a standard ball card. Oh, two standard ball cards, beautifully signed and inscribed with the KC Hall of Fame. Gary Barbaro. Gary, 72 years old. These are his 1978 Topps rookie cards. Look at these beautiful old Topps rookie cards. Gary's interests include working on automobiles. All right, so he's a mechanic, Gary Barbaro. Well, these are some sweet looking cards. Gary played his college ball. Let me get my, I got my Diet Coke about to fall off the table here. I got to rearrange things. Give me 1 second before I had a Diet Coke in my handy insulated cup, teetering on the edge there. I had to readjust it. All right, I'm ready to get back to work. My Diet Coke is safe. That's very important to get through a day. Played as a college ball at Nicholls State, and then was the Chiefs' third-round pick in 1976. Played for them for 7 years. Made the Pro Bowl 3 straight years from 1980 through 1982. 39 career interceptions, 3 of which were pick sixes. One of them, he returned 102 yards, and as he rightly inscribed and proudly inscribed on his trading cards, he is a member of the Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame. Look at that. Gary Barbaro, safety and auto mechanic. Beautiful. Gotta love those. Thank you, Gary. 2 beautiful Gary Barbaro rookie cards. Outstanding. All right, what is next? This one is coming to us from the city named after the Apostle Paul, St. Paul, Minnesota. Not named after Peter, they named it after Paul. All right, I don't know why they named it after Paul instead of Peter, or I guess they could have named it after John. It could have been St. John. Very few. There's a lot of St. Pauls, few St. Peters, not that many St. Johns. If I was going to name a city after one of the apostles, or after, one of the, I would name it after, I would name mine after St. John. John is my favorite gospel in the New Testament. In my opinion, the greatest gospel by far in the New Testament. If you had only one book in the entire world that you had, I think this is the one I would give out. The Gospel of John. If you could just only have one little thing, if you couldn't have the whole Bible or anything, I'd take the Gospel of John. But anyway, this is from St. Paul. Minnesota, you made a mistake. All right, let's see what we got. Got our note back, and look at this. Do you know who that is? That looks to me like a living legend from the Minnesota Vikings. You realize who that is? One of the greatest running backs to ever carry the ball for the Vikings. Look at this. Beautiful. 1974 Topps rookie card, signed by indeed a legend, Chuck Foreman. Chuck, now 76 years old. Look at this card. Look at that beautiful 74 Topps card. That is a vintage card. Chuck was MVP of the North-South game. How about that? Look at that beautiful 1974 rookie card. A nice signature. What do you put on there? Looks like ROY 73. Chuck must have been, and he was, NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1973, as he's so noted on his card. 76 years old, played his college ball at Miami of Florida. The Vikings' first-round pick in 1973. Considered one of the best pass-catching backs in NFL history. He started in 3 Super Bowls with the Vikings and was the premier back for the team for most of the 1970s. Upon entering the league in 1973, as I said, he was named Offensive Rookie of the Year, selected to the Pro Bowl for the first 5 seasons of his career. He had 5,950 rushing yards, 3,156 receiving yards, 76 total touchdowns. Beautiful 1974 Topps rookie card signed by Vikings legend Chuck Foreman. Now we got, let's see, did he answer questions on the note? Who was the best coach you ever played for, either during your college days or in the NFL? Boy, that is tough. Who is that? Boy, I do not know. That is not a recognizable name. I do not know if anybody can help me out. It looks like Graves or Craver. Adam Graves? I really no name. I do not know the Vikings assistant coaches. I don't. That's not his head coach at Miami in college. So I'm gonna have to do a little research. If I can figure it out before I get the video posted, I'll maybe interject something. Mystery. If you know, put it in the comments field, and then on the back of the note here, looks like he put. I guess does that say peace? I guess that says peace. And he's got a signature and number. Very nice. If that's a P, that doesn't look like a P on any of those. I have no idea who his best coach was. We'll figure it out, though. That's not such a tough mystery that we can't figure it out one way or the other. Thank you, Mr. Foreman. Peace indeed. Hopefully there's some peace. Supposedly, once again, another peace treaty has been signed for about the 40th time between the U.S. and Iran. Once again, we have peace. All right, let's see what we got next. This one here, look on the back. I appreciate you and your support, Jeff. And I tried to figure that out, and I said, wait a second. Appreciate you and your support. And I'm looking at that, and I think, because we do not have a postmark, but I think I figured this out. I believe we have in here a signed card from Dr. Abdul El Sayed. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who he is, but he has my support. He has my support. But let's see if I'm right. I believe that must be his signature. That's an A. That's why I believe that's who this is. Well, let's see if he signed. Oh, I'm assuming he signed the card too. If he signed the envelope and he said, "I approve" or "I appreciate you and your support," it would be wouldn't make sense for him to then refuse to sign the card if he wants my continued support. But let's take a look. We have to verify. Maybe he forgot or got absent-minded. You see, we got the red back there, a celebrity, non-athlete card. This time, a politician. There it is, indeed, Dr. Abdul El Sayed. Look at that signature in ballpoint, but it looks pretty good on that card. He is a Democrat running to be the senator in the state of Michigan. He is 41 years old, a so-called progressive. He is a physician, epidemiologist, and public servant, a Rhodes Scholar with a medical degree from Columbia University. He began his career as an assistant professor of public health. In 2015, El-Sayed became the youngest health director of a major American city when he was appointed to rebuild the Detroit Health Department after their bankruptcy. He later managed Wayne County's Health, Human and Veteran Services. And following a progressive campaign for governor of Michigan in 2018, he is currently running for Democratic nomination in the 2026 U.S. Senate election. He got his undergraduate degree at the University of Michigan, and his policies, he's known for advocating Medicare for all and is a staunch anti-Zionist. Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, running for Senate from the state of Michigan. That came out very nice. I like that. Thank you, Doctor. Good luck. We need more people like you who refuse to take money from corporations and vow to look out for the interests of the working class. Not very many people in the U.S. government give two you-know-whats about the working class. So I will indeed continue to give you my support, and I'm glad you appreciate it. And thank you very much for signing that card. All right, we are down to our last TTM on this Friday. This one here is coming to us, and we know who it's from. Craig Ludwig. Coming to us, yes, sir, indeed, from Jeffrey Dahmertown, also sometimes known as Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dahmertown, how about that? Craig Ludwig. You remember Craig, don't you? Let's cut this open and look at our beautiful return from Dahmertown. Let's take a look. Looks like we got our note. We gotta pry the cards out of the note. Look at that. That is a beautiful 1983-84 O-Pee-Chee rookie card, beautifully signed by Craig Ludwig. Look at that O-Pee-Chee card. As you can see, it's in English and French. Beautiful. Craig Ludwig. Now 65 years old. Solid defensive defenseman, known for his shot blocking. Played 17 years in the National Hockey League for Montreal, the Islanders, and Dallas. He won a Stanley Cup with Montreal in 1986 and with Dallas in 1992. In his career, he played 1,256 games. He only had 33 career goals. A solid defensive defenseman, Craig Ludwig. All right, let's see if he answers any questions on the note. Craig Ludwig. I asked him, he did not answer one question, but he answered another. I asked him, who was the fastest skater you played against? He did not answer. I said, did you like playing for Montreal or Dallas better? Pretty equal. All right, pretty good answer. He's very diplomatic. He could run for Senate. He could run for President of Canada and the U.S. Craig Ludwig, beautiful rookie card. Well, we had some great TT. Man, oh man, we had a little bit of variety. We had a Hollywood legend, a guy running for Senate, and a Minnesota Vikings legend. But there's a little variety for you. All right, that is it. Like I said, God willing, we'll be back in a few days. We've got some more cards we can open up, some more TTMs we can look at. Uh, Before we sign off, I have to remind you, as always, get over to Amazon.com. Type in that author's name, Henry L. Rassico. Type in that book title. That book will come up. A couple others will come up. If you're worried about the working class like Dr. Abdul El Said is, and you want to know the stresses that the working class face, people trying to get through their daily lives, scraping by, ground down by the system they were thrown into, well, these books will really help you get a good understanding of the messes we get into and the messes that we create for ourselves and others create for us, and the system itself forces us into. Well, how do we cope? How do we deal? How do we react? How do we process all these experiences? That's what these books will help you understand, and will help you understand why a gentleman such as Dr. Abdul El Said wants to lend a helping hand to the poor old working class. All right. But remember, these books deal with this in graphic detail. You must be forewarned. It's not for people who bury their head in the sand and think every day is just a walk at the beach filled with sunshine, balloons, cotton candy. No, sir. But if you are a big boy, a big girl, or a big tranny, well, then you'll be able to handle this stuff with no problem at all. All right, that is it. I've stretched this video out for as long as I can. Until next time, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.